Hello, and welcome to Linking to the Afterlife. I'm Donna Boyle, medium and direct messenger for spirit. As a medium, I channel not only the voices of my clients' loved ones, but also their emotions and experiences in the afterlife. The link we create during our reading helps those in this physical life as well as those who have crossed over. As a direct messenger for spirit, everything I say comes from something I am feeling, sensing, seeing, hearing, smelling, and tasting. It is my job to interpret the images and sensations that appear in my physical and emotional body. I do that as a clear, conscious channel for spirit. Let's listen in now to the conversation with my guest and their loved one. You may find that some of the messages are meant for not only my guest, but for all of us. We are going to take one full breath together in through the nose and out through the mouth. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Letting go of everything we brought before this moment. Would you state your first name and the phrase, "It's a beautiful day"?
Brianna, it's a beautiful day.
Great. And would you now state the first name of your loved one?
Judy.
Oh, I just got this wash of love. Like she ran right through me. This love. I love Judy. But she ran right through me and then she kept on going. And I'm like, where are you going? Come on back here. I feel Judy would have not crossed of old age. When I say that, it means 90 or above. Would you agree to that?
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you. Let's go literal here. Was she a runner?
You know, she might have been. I didn't know her too well in my physical life here.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know, this happens a lot lately, my arms tingle. And it's that ability that she has to hug from the non-physical world. Do you know, was she a good hugger?
Yes, she was a great hugger. Yeah. Lots of love.
Lots of love. I was just going to say that. Lots of love. Do you think, though, she was always in a hurry?
Yeah, she was, taking care of the house, taking care of the family, and she was just always running around.
And I'm getting either a motherly or a grandmother connection. Would that be correct?
Correct, yeah.
And was it mother or grandmother? Thank you.
It was my dad's aunt.
Okay. But she had that motherly feel about her?
She did. She was extremely motherly.
Like I see her patting you on the head, which tells me she was either around when you were very young. I know you said you didn't know her too well on this side. She was around when you were very young, or she's patting you on your head right now. Which was that?
Definitely both. She was always around us as I was a child, taking care of us. And then, after her passing, she's been with me even stronger.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. So she's been in the non-physical world, I'd say more than 10 years.
Correct.
And I say that because of her ability to do these things in the non-physical world. That's how I determine how long she might have been there. She says, I'm not so busy anymore, but I still love puppies and I still love my walks in fields of flowers. Does that make sense to you?
That does make sense. Yes.
She liked puppies.
She loved puppies. She had those dachshunds.
The little ones.
Yeah, the little ones.
But more than one, because when she says puppies, I see many in front of her. Yes?
Yes, at least 2 or 3. Yeah.
She hasn't lost that ability to love puppies. Because in the world of non-physical, you can do that. There are places that you can go and have memories and smell puppies and play with puppies and run through the fields with puppies. I do feel she was an active person outside as well as in the home, meaning I like long walks on the beach. I'd like to walk through fields. I like to hike. Do you know that?
Yes, she was active in that way. And also, active in like society and everything.
Out there.
Mm-hmm.
Put herself out there. I feel like there might have been things that she might have been sad about in the house, meaning things brought her down in her own mind. But then she's like, I got to get out. I got to go do this for myself. Does that make sense?
Yes.
And I feel my heart now. Whatever took her, did it have something to do with her heart, a deep sadness? Would that make sense?
Yes, her death caused a lot of sadness in our family.
But she feels it in herself also. Do you know what caused her to cross over? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes. And I don't feel sick, but I feel heart pain, heart sadness, heart. Would that make sense?
Yes, that does make sense.
And it feels like she left quicker than, oh, I've been sick for a few months or a year. She left quickly.
Correct. It was very sudden and unexpected.
Thank you. This is your father's side of the family?
Yeah, his aunt.
So she's talking about your dad. Your dad is still in the physical world or the non-physical world?
He's in the physical world.
She says, will you tell him? Will you tell him this? Will you tell him I'm here?
Yeah, definitely.
And is there something about the number 6 with her? The number 6 or the month of June?
I wish I knew her birthday. It may have been in June. She didn't pass in June though.
Okay.
I'm sure there's significance that I'm unaware of.
Okay. And it could be something around your father too, because that came out right after your father. It's not his birthday around that time.
He's in May. Oh, in June, actually. Oh my goodness. In June of this year, our family, his side, is getting together and he's planning it for the first time in at least 20 years. Oh, I have goosebumps. Yeah.
There it is. You see how sometimes it takes a moment.
Mm-hmm.
She'll be there for sure. She will be everybody's reflection, meaning if someone looks at a picture of her, it will look like she's looking back at them. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There will be some sort of, I don't know if he's planning it by water because she keeps saying reflection. I don't know if there'll be mirrors or like balloons that have that mylar balloon, that silver that you can look, something about reflection. Do you know what she's talking about, or will all of you be surprised?
We may be surprised. I would not be surprised, though, if there was a bunch of reflective balloons and beautiful things, and I can just see some glitter.
Will you be there at this event?
I will, yes.
So remind yourself of this message from her, the reflection. You will see her reflection as well as she will be looking at you when you look at that reflective surface. Do you understand?
Yes.
Like people will be looking in the balloon or the water and like, I swear I just saw her face. And you'll be like, you did, because that's what she said.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know if it's going to be like later in the month, like the 28th, 27th, 28th, 28th?
It is, I think. Yeah, I think those are the dates. Actually, it will be the end of the month.
Yes, she told me that.
Wow.
She says, oh, as much as I love balloons, can you put more flowers in the space?
Yeah. Yes, she loved flowers.
She's all about conservation here because I see in my head how the balloons, when they're released and how they hurt nature. She says, I'm all about, it's okay, I love balloons, but more flowers than balloons, okay?
Okay. Yes.
And she said, don't stop people from eating. You better bring more food. I feel like there's not going to be enough. So whatever you think there's going to be, you need to bring more food. Whatever you think is enough, tell him more than enough. Does that make sense? I hear you laughing.
Yep, it does make absolute sense.
Tell me about that.
My stepmom's so wonderful. She's has a nutrition degree and she's a great cook, but it tends that there's never enough food. Yeah. So, yeah, I will bring lots of food.
She's reminding all of you. And she's
Yeah.
shaking her finger like, look, if you get there and there's not enough food and it runs out, don't say I didn't warn you. Got it?
Got it.
She's kind of giving me that impression that she was a picky person also. Like, no, not that, this. Even though she was happy with things, I feel she was picky. She was picky about things. Yes?
Mm-hmm. Yes. Yeah, everything was to a high standard.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I feel toward the end, the sadness is back again in my heart. She says, I don't want you to think that. I don't want you to remember that. I want you to remember me patting your head. I don't want anybody to remember the sadness.
Mm.
I don't feel she knew that it was her time. Although when she left, she was like, oh, I totally see that now.
Yes, that's definitely true.
Like when she left, like she wasn't aware of it when she was here. She just wasn't saying, no, I'm fine. Telling people I'm fine. And then when she left, she's like, oh, I should have saw that one coming. You understand?
Yeah. Yeah, it was very sudden.
Because when you cross over, you see everything. You do that life review. So she understood it. She was a very conscious individual, though, a conscious soul in this physical world. Do you agree?
Mm. Yes, absolutely.
Was she rather tall? You know, like taller than me. She would have been over 5'6".
I think she was. I was in first grade, so she was definitely tall to me. Yeah.
Now that's silly. I just see her as tall and thin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she was very beautiful.
She said, all right now. She says, all right now, let's get down to the good stuff. Let's get down to you. Let's get down to what you're doing and how proud I am of you.
Mm.
Let's get down to what a life you've made for yourself. She said, my willingness to be in your life for that short period of time, you remember. I know you remember. And that was the plan. She repeats, I am so proud of you. I looked in your eyes when you were a child, and I would say in my head, I see what she is going to become.
Oh, that's so kind.
What about her hair? Something about her hair? Was she very particular about her hair?
Yeah, she might have used a lot of product. It was always, pushed back in a nice way. And she just was always very fancy like.
I love the way she like goes back and forth, talking about you, talking about her, talking about the father, talking about her. Like, man, she's just back and forth, but it always comes back to her, which I love about her.
Yeah.
Because as souls, if it's not about us, what else? What else is there? We have to take care of ourselves. And she said,
Mm.
even though I might have not taken the best care of myself, I want you to remember that you are special and that you should always take care of yourself.
Mm.
It appears to me, as she said that there might be some things in your life right now that you may be saying to yourself, all right, I don't need to put any energy into that. I just need to take care of me. All right, maybe that's not what I need to be doing right now. I should really just focus on me. That you have that also, that back and forth.
Mm-hmm. Yes, absolutely do. Yeah.
She said, I never left your side, never left your side. There are twinkly lights in my vision right now. And I feel that's her message, her sign to you, twinkly lights, whether you see them in your vision. Sometimes you see that out of the corner of your eye, or like you go out in the sun, put your sunglasses on, but all of a sudden things are still twinkling.
Mm-hmm.
Have you caught yourself wondering?
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of twinkling lights in my peripherals, especially purple lights, and I've kind of equated that to Judy. I mean, before I did this reading, I was trying to figure out which family member to call in, and I asked several of them, and those purple twinkly lights kept coming that whole day, so I just knew it was Judy.
Oh, so she's honoring that. I'm going to start crying now. I said in my head to her, "You're such a wonderful person." And she's like, "Yes, I am a wonderful person."
She is.
She was good at agreeing with that, wasn't she?
Yeah, that makes sense.
I want to go back to her crossing. I'm not really feeling, except for the sudden thing and no pain in her, I'm not really feeling like she was attached to it, sensing that she was attached to it, which could mean many things. Could mean you don't need to be attached to it. She doesn't need to be attached to it anymore. That more people in your family need to understand it was a choice. It was a plan that she made, and she's okay where she is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
A little bit on how she died, you mean?
If you want to, sure.
It was very sudden. It was actually a plane crash. She and her husband died together, and it was very traumatic for our family. It was the day after 9/11 in 2001, and after their death, our whole family was ripped apart, and there was a lot of money issues, and my dad's cut out his mom for, I think, 7 to 9 years, and that's why one of the reasons why we haven't gathered as a family, because of the strife. And it feels like we're at this time where we can get together again. And now I'm realizing it may also be a really huge time for our family to reflect and really just get over, well, not get over, but release what we've held on to all of these years around their death.
That is powerful. And I'm so sorry that wow, I didn't even think planes were going after 9/11.
It was a private plane. Yeah, they had lots of money, so they were with a small group of people doing a private trip.
So sorry.
Thank you.
But I love the way she let go of all that. She didn't need to talk about that during this reading. She spent more time asking your family to come forward and reflect.
Mm-hmm.
And then the actual date of it happening, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And now you know. Food, flowers, and fun.
Absolutely. Yes.
Anything else you want to say?
I just want to say thank you, because it's brought a lot of clarity into, the family reunion and the release of what was, and just to kind of move forward and put that all behind us.
It's always time for family.
That's true.
There's always time. There's more than enough.
Yeah.
Because now you know, even when we cross, we still have time with our loved ones.
Mm-hmm. It's so true.
Yeah, we don't have them in the physical. We can't hug them, but look how much we felt their hugs today.
So much. I'm still feeling it.
I don't think I'll forget that first rush when she ran right through me. I'm like, whoa, okay. All right.
Yeah.
All righty then.
Yeah.
Thanks. It was so great. So great to see you and read for you.
You too. Thank you so much, Donna.
You're welcome.
Hi, Donna. I wanted to reach back out and let you know about something special that happened after our reading today. When we finished recording, I called my dad to let him know what we discovered, and he was very touched. He called me back about 5 or 6 hours later and told me that he received a call out of the blue from his cousin, who's one of Judy's sons, and her son said that he and his brother went on a lovely walk today because it was Judy's birthday. So we had no idea it was Judy's birthday today, and it makes sense why she came through so strongly. It just makes it even more special that we had our reading on her birthday. So thanks again.
To my guests this week, thank you for allowing me to connect with your loved one. And for all of you listening, thank you for your appearance in the oneness. In this space of love, we all expand in consciousness. If you're interested in a reading for the show or a private reading with me, see the show notes for more info. We appreciate your rating and review of this podcast. Thanks again. Until next time.